Welcome, engineers.
Alright, fellow engineers, this is the video I promised. Sorry I was late, I just been under the weather, but I'm back up on my feet. So this is the comparison between h.d.d and s.s.ds. As you can see at the first start, they're both the same size and 3.5 inches, but the difference is, first off, this is heavy. You can tell it's bulky. Meanwhile, the SSDs, which this is an older model, this I got since 2011, still works fine. This one weighs around 70 grams, maybe, more or less. This is a terabyte. This one weighs like a pound in weight comparison. Now, this is 1 terabyte, and this is only 90 gigabytes for the time that I bought it. Now, newer models, you could get it cheaper with more capacity than what I bought this one, but they definitely worth it when it comes to running your operating system. The reason why, this is mechanical, and that term I mean analog. Has the disk that spins around reading the data, which takes a lot of time to transfer that data to the motherboard. In this case, this is digital or solid state, which uses capacitors and I forgot the word, but I will write it down right under it. That makes a solid state. So this is more like a digital transfer, much faster. Doesn't have mechanical, so you could shake it around and everything else, even drop it like that, and it's not gonna damage any of your info inside. As to mechanics, well, you can tell this one's already damaged from jumping around and traveling a lot. This is already no good. Now, doesn't mean I don't use hard drives in my system, because if you can see, I got two. One is a terabyte, one's a 320 gigabyte. Why do I have this one, even though it's only 90 gigs? This one I use for the operating system alone and the programs, which won't fill up the 90 gigs. So that means that whatever I'm running here, program wise and the operating system wise, is going to give you so much faster booting, which we know in the studio time takes money, and it will actually help performance wise and help from your computer crashing too much if it's a PC. With Macs, you put this, for example, your iMac, which somebody commented me about, you put an SSD in there, your heat transfer is gonna go down so much just because you change to a SSD, which doesn't produce heat. As to it, like a hard drive, it's spinning so much disk inside, depending on the size, it's going to heat up a lot to your system, so it's going to make your studio hotter, which this is going to stay cool. So you put this in your iMac, put this in your computer, or whatever you're going to use. Even they come smaller versions for laptops. You're going to have a great value for your money and cause of studio wise quality. Now I'm going to store my SSD again, and I'm gonna record how fast the boot up is on the system with an SSD. If you're using hard drive, you could compare your hard drive with the SSD and tell me in your comment below how long did it take for your system boot up with just the HDD compared to the SSD. Alright, now that the SSD is in, let's give it a startup boot to see how fast does it boot up with SSD. And now.
engineer